He over here. Oh my. Sorry, everybody.
Are you serious?
Okay, let me look at I don't give a.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. And this lady really needed to go. Unbelievably, she drops her drawers in full view of her fellow passengers, telling them she really needs to pee. It seems the wait for the toilet is too long for this woman, but the other people on board aren't about to let her unload in the middle of the aisle.
I don't give a no you. I gotta go pee. I don't give a. You're not on it.
Ever get the feeling it's going to be a long flight? I bet these passengers did.
Let me pass.
This poor little boy next to us. Holy.
Go away, stop. She's trying to. I'm just stopping her.
Wow. That's crazy.
In March 2025, a manic episode unfolded at Dallas-Fort Worth International. A woman named Samantha Palma decided that clothing was optional and proceeded to strut her stuff through Terminal D in her birthday suit. But she didn't stop at just shocking travelers with her nudist act. Palma allegedly stabbed an airport restaurant manager with a pencil and took a bite out of his forearm. When the police finally caught up with her, Palma was hiding behind an emergency door, covered in someone else's blood. She also claimed to be the goddess Venus as well as the Disney princess Ariel and Pocahontas.
Yeah, you got action, people. Oh, oh, y'all just gonna let her do that?
Palma admitted to skipping her meds that day and mentioned that she was traveling with her 8-year-old daughter. She is currently facing charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Thank you for coming to help me. I was just trying, you know.
There we go there, no. GAA.
Also in March 2025, a shirtless man was filmed going on a rampage in Terminal 1 at Dublin Airport in Ireland. Unhappy about missing his flight, the unnamed man in his 20s, who was reported to be drunk, turned into the Hulk and began hurling chairs and smashing anything he could get his hands on.
Straight fire.
Here, leave it out, will you?
Just
Airport police were quick to intervene, and thankfully no passengers were injured, although debris narrowly missed people standing nearby. The man now faces charges of criminal damage and will not be welcomed back at Dublin Airport anytime soon.
He smashed up all the computers. Look at all this. Look what he did. Just because he missed his flight, look what he did. Gate 107.
At Murtala Mohammed Airport in Lagos, Nigeria, one guy took the meaning of wingman way too literally. Identified as Usman Adamu, the 32-year-old managed to breach airport security, sprint towards the Asman Air aircraft taxiing off for takeoff, and casually climb onto its wing. Passengers understandably lost their collective minds as they watched the drama unfold. The pilot, channeling his inner hero, shut down the engines immediately, preventing what could have been a catastrophic situation. The incident happened in July 2019, and several airport security officials were suspended. Adama, meanwhile, offered no clear motive for his not-so-high flying stunt. In the early hours of March 24, 2014, a Chicago Transit Authority Blue Line train crashed into the station serving Chicago's O'Hare Airport. Instead of gracefully stopping at its final destination, the train overshot the bumper at the end of the track, careened onto the platform, and scaled an escalator before coming to an abrupt halt. The train's operator admitted to falling asleep at the controls, leading to the unscheduled detour. Miraculously, all 34 passengers escaped without life-threatening injuries. However, the station didn't fare as well, racking up damages exceeding $11 million. Unsurprisingly, the driver at fault was fired, but she was not charged with any criminal offense.
Hey babe, they don't let me go. No way, you are first. What's that cool? But she thinks it's me. Alright, I'm going home. You guys are supposed to put me on the plane. What am I gonna do sitting there? What am I gonna do sitting there?
First of all, we got babies up in here.
Tell me!
Stop yelling.
No, I'm not! Tell me what I'm supposed to do sitting here! I was supposed to be on that flight! I'm an American citizen!
And our
No, I'm not gonna calm down! I am an American citizen! You guys didn't put me on that flight! You took off without me! For what?
For some travelers, a pre-flight alcoholic beverage is a way to calm their nerves before taking a flight. For this Karen, though, alcohol seemed to have the opposite effect.
I need to file a complaint. I need to file a complaint over this man right here. I need to file a complaint over this man right here.
Security here. Security gonna arrive.
No, I'm saying
Gonna be here in a minute.
complaint over him. I'm saying I need to file a complaint over him. There you go. I need to file a complaint. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? I need to file a complaint. I need to file a complaint over that man. This man right here, he didn't allow me on the plane because he didn't allow my tickets to be checked. This man, me and you, this plane didn't allow me on. This man didn't allow me on. This man didn't allow me on. For his own biases. He didn't allow me on.
She doesn't seem to know where she is going or what she's supposed to be doing. One thing is for sure, though, she doesn't like airport security. Thankfully, the police soon arrived to clear up any confusion. It turns out jail is where this woman was supposed to be heading all along. Smugglers are always coming up with ingenious ways to transport their product. Unfortunately for them, airport staff have gotten pretty good at sniffing out a suspicious package. This seemingly innocent bag of children's candy was found to contain a large amount of illicit substances. It's a good thing nobody else mistook these for actual candy. They probably shouldn't leave these lying around the airport staff room for too long either.
Hello, sir. Could I have your passport?
Yes, of course.
It's all video recorded. I'm PC Williams. Please listen to this.
Yeah.
We have been given information by Surrey Police that you are currently shown as wanted.
Wanted for what?
In connection with a rape of a 14-year-old girl.
In 2019, a last-minute arrest at Heathrow Airport in the UK prevented a dangerous criminal from escaping justice. 34-year-old Diri Ali Jamak, named Diddy, was wanted in connection with horrific crimes committed against a 14-year-old girl. Just minutes before his plane was due to take off to Ethiopia, for which he had a one-way ticket, the suspect was apprehended.
Wanted for what?
In connection with a rape of a 14-year-old girl.
In the connection of
Child abduction, human trafficking and grooming.
He was taken off the plane and officers read him his charges before taking him back where he belongs, behind bars.
Cheers, Kelvin.
LA, come back. It's alright there? Yeah, it's right there.
In December 2024, Orlando International Airport became the backdrop for a truly appalling scene. Allison Agatha Lawrence, age 57, was denied boarding her flight to Colombia because she lacked the necessary paperwork for her 9-year-old miniature schnauzer, Tywin. Instead of exploring alternatives, Lawrence took Tywin into a bathroom and, in a despicable act, drowned the poor dog in a toilet. She then discarded the lifeless animal's body in a trash bin. A janitor's discovery of the dog's remains led to an investigation, during which surveillance footage revealed Lawrence had entered the bathroom with Tywin and exited alone. Lawrence was arrested on charges of aggravated animal cruelty, a third-degree felony, and later released on a $5,000 bond.
Oh my god, oh my god.
It's a good idea to go to the toilet before a flight, but you should at least have the common courtesy to do your business in the bathroom. This guy didn't get that far though, and casually flopped it out at the boarding gate and emptied his bladder in full view of his fellow passengers.
This is his, right?
Yeah, and in the back too.
Of course, this guy didn't get to fly, and his face soon hit the carpet alongside his pee when officers tackled him to the ground. The next time you think about ignoring the seatbelt sign on an airplane, take this clip as a warning not to. Those red smears on the overhead lockers are blood, and that blood came from the woman sitting below who broke her nose because she didn't fasten her seatbelt when there was heavy turbulence. That's a painful lesson, and I'm sure she'll buckle up when told to in the future. The airport doesn't seem like such a bad place when you're getting ready to fly with your lover on a romantic holiday. Unless your wife turns up and catches you cheating before you make the flight. That's the unlucky fate suffered by this man in this footage. This drama unfolded at an airport in Colombia. Stunned passengers watched on as the man's wife grabbed her love rival by the hair and attempted to drag her out of her husband's arms and away from the check-in desk. Time to break out the popcorn if you're a bystander, or the divorce papers in their case.
No me importa, no gano nada, falso, chismoso, mentiroso, cínico. Esta no me ibas a llevar a mí a pasear y hoy te la vas a llevar a él.
On March 13, 2025, American Airlines Flight 1006 took off from Colorado Springs en route to Dallas-Fort Worth with 172 passengers and 6 crew members on board. Shortly after departure, the crew reported unusual engine vibrations and decided to divert to Denver International Airport. Upon landing and taxiing to gate C-38, the aircraft's right engine ignited, enveloping the plane in a thick black smoke. Emergency slides were deployed and all passengers and crew were evacuated onto the wing and tarmac. 12 people sustained minor injuries and were treated at local hospitals, but thankfully, everyone survived.
What they do to us? They kicked me off the plane. They called me a terrorist.
This patriotic American was kicked off his flight and claimed he was called a terrorist, though I suspect the only one using that word was him.
And they want to spotlight.
Sir, please calm down. I was kicked off of Delta earlier.
After all, it's not the kind of word that gets thrown around in an airport without consequences, and he seems to be the only one facing them. So long, buddy. Going through airport security can feel like a hassle, but remember, the workers are just doing their job. In January 2019, a South Korean tourist really didn't appreciate being selected for a secondary scan. Instead of complying, she resisted, shook off the worker's attempts to guide her, and then slapped the worker in the face. The traveler's partner had to step in to restrain her before other security officers could step in. The woman was ultimately fined just 1,000 Thai baht for the assault, around $30 US, while the airport worker was praised for her restraint, choosing not to escalate the situation or pursue further legal action.
Take my hand, this world will take together through the storm.
Airports can be stressful environments and people manage stress in different ways, but this guy appeared to have a full-on mental breakdown. First, he smashes his own sunglasses and breaks out into a song.
Everybody, come take my hand, this world will walk together through the rain. But I'm a queen, amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Dirty right there. Go ahead, pull your gun and put a bullet through my head. I'm not afraid to take. Why did you guys have body cams? County DEA, the head chief. He's the one that's going to track all those girls that were trafficked right there on that plane that are going to club. You want me to name the club? Deja Vu. Everybody, there's girls from that plane going to Club Deja Vu to dance that are being trafficked from around the world.
He's quite the jukebox, but airport staff and other passengers don't appreciate his playlist. Then, his behavior gets a little more disturbing, and he goes off on a dark rant about human trafficking. Undeterred by the tough crowd, the man starts singing with even more aggression.
I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand. This heart will break together through the storm. Everybody, come take my hand. This world will take together through the storm. Everybody, come take my hand. This world will take together through the storm.
At least one person enjoyed the show. On February 10th, 2025, Scottsdale Airport in Arizona became the scene of a tragic aviation incident. A Learjet 35A registered to Motley Crue's lead singer Vince Neil but not carrying him, landed from Austin, Texas with 4 individuals aboard. Upon landing, the aircraft veered off the runway, reportedly due to a left main landing gear failure, and collided with a stationary Gulfstream G200 on the ramp. The crash resulted in the death of 78-year-old pilot Joy Witowski, a Marine veteran with over 60 years of flying experience. 3 other occupants sustained injuries. 2 were critically injured and transported to trauma centers, while a third suffered moderate injuries and was taken to a local hospital. Smoking on airplanes has been banned since the 1990s, but not every passenger seems to know or care about the law. This guy was filmed lighting up on a flight, much to the concern of everyone else on board.
You cannot smoke on airplanes. Oh my God. That's against the law. You do know that, right? Where's your boarding pass?
In his defense, he appears to be more of a forgetful passenger than a rebellious one. Maybe he's just a nervous flyer. In 2017, a lawyer was shot dead, execution style, at Simón Bolívar International Airport in Venezuela, right in front of a crowd of stunned travelers. That horrific incident was caught on CCTV and spread across Venezuelan social media. Without warning, a man in a light shirt casually strolls past the check-in line like he's late for a flight, whips out a pistol, and puts a bullet in the victim's head at point-blank range. Total chaos, terrifying precision, and an airport that turned into a crime scene in seconds.
Oh my God! Oh my God! We have to get out of here!
Back in October 2021, things got heated at an Atlantic City airport when the plane's engine caught fire during takeoff. The cause of the fire was a bird that had flown or been sucked into the engine.
Jump and slide. Jump and slide. Give me your purse. Give me your purse. Help that lady. Help that lady. Get the dog. Come here, dog. Come here.
Bird strikes like this are way more common than you'd think, with tens of thousands happening each year. Airports try to keep it under control with all kinds of deterrents, but sometimes it's unavoidable. Luckily, this fiery bird meets jet moment didn't end in disaster. Everyone on board managed to evacuate safely, which is about the best possible outcome when your engine turns into a bonfire mid-runway.
Watch out! Get the dog. Come here. Come here, pup. Get that dog. Come here. Come here, puppy. Get the dog. Get the dog.
Oh my God! God damn it! Who does that to a woman like me? No! 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 Get me out of this place! You rapist!
What?
Get me out of here! Get me out of here! I'm gun on me because I'm homeless! Get me out!
There are some things you just can't do or say in an airport and expect to get away with. This woman was very upset at not being able to catch a flight, and when screaming in the worker's face failed to get her on board, she made the stupid mistake of claiming she had a gun.
She's a gun. She had a gun. She said that. Yeah, she said that. She did. She said a gun. Yeah. She said I have a gun. Right.
Perhaps realizing the seriousness of her threat, she quickly picks up her bag and makes for the exit. You could bet security was not far behind her.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
You never quite know who you'll be sharing a flight with, which is a scary thought. And sometimes your in-flight entertainment ends up being your fellow passengers rather than movie you hope to watch. For whatever reason, this woman on this flight was reduced to acting like a toddler, kicking and screaming to the delight, I'm sure, of everyone else on board.
Okay, pull my shoes off. Okay. This, do that. Do this, do that. Are we about to crash? No, we're not. We're not crashing. We're not crashing. No, we're not crashing. Don't even know this. He doesn't even know.
The only positive thing to come from this was that she was probably blacklisted and won't be flying on the same airline again anytime soon.
You have a bag here? Oh. I didn't come on.
Alcohol and planes should not mix. Unfortunately, all too often they do, and there's always one person who has one drink too many. This guy clearly got the party started long before arriving at the hotel bar and had to be carried off by police as soon as the plane touched down. That's one way to start your holiday, with a massive hangover in the airport jail.
Oh my God.
After a long journey, the first thing many people want to do is get some rest. Most people wait to get to their hotel room to lie down, but not this guy. As some other people wait for their luggage, standing around like fools, this man decides to get some shut-eye on the conveyor belt. Either that or his friends put him on there for a joke. I wonder if anyone claimed him or if he ended up in lost luggage.
Oh, it's going off. Oh, they're getting nicked. Oh, they're clapping them off. The glasses are clapping them off. Oh, his head's gone. He's getting clapped off. Oh, he's getting himself in the face with his suitcase. He's not having a good day. They are flights out of their minds.
If you can't behave at home, you don't deserve to travel abroad. On this flight from Manchester to Amsterdam, 2 young men were told to leave the plane after racially abusing other passengers, allegedly.
Okay, look how flights up here. They've been kicked off for racially abusing passengers.
I'm feeling really sorry for you.
Good. There's the other case. They call her a gas? They gasoline, to be fair.
But before doing the walk of shame, they decided to make the situation even worse by starting a fight.
Look at Jane Eva. Oh, he's gonna wrap him up, bro. Look, I'm saying he's gonna wrap him up now. Oh, look, he's going up. Oh, it's going.
It's no wonder so many flights get delayed when the captain has to act as a referee in an MMA plane fight. In December 2020, a Western Global Airlines Boeing 747 had a rough day at Columbia Metropolitan Airport in South Carolina. After arriving from Philadelphia, the massive aircraft was taxiing when it clipped a light pole, shearing off its right winglet. The incident left the aircraft with an expensive injury and forced the cancellation of its next flight to Ontario. Fortunately, no one was injured, except for maybe the pilot's pride. This next pilot deserves a medal, or at least a pay raise. In May 2018, Sichuan Airlines Flight 8633 turned into a disaster movie at 32,000 feet. The cockpit windshield suddenly shattered, causing a rapid decompression that partially sucked the co-pilot out of the plane. Despite the chaos, Captain Lu Shanjane managed to manually land the Airbus A319 safely in Chengdu. The co-pilot sustained minor injuries, and one flight attendant was also injured, but all 119 passengers emerged unharmed. Investigations later revealed that a damaged seal led to moisture buildup, causing electrical arcing that compromised the windshield's integrity. If it weren't for the exceptional skill of the head pilot, this could have been a much more tragic ending. When will people learn that screaming and shouting are never going to win them any favors at an airport? The person who filmed this footage claims they had just arrived at Newark Liberty International Airport and noticed two women acting erratically. It becomes clear that one woman has been denied boarding, and this doesn't sit well with them.
We're going to Dublin!
Of course, rather than dealing with this situation like mature adults, they cause a scene and end up being tackled by security. I guess neither of them is going to Dublin now. Just to be clear, most airports have toilets. In this blink and you'll miss it moment, a traveler makes a dirty deposit at the top of an escalator. The dude then carries on walking, leaving his nasty surprise for the man following in his wake. Now that is a shit thing to do to someone. It's actually quite impressive how the first guy manages to poop while walking without missing a beat. But also, gross.
Are you arresting me?
Yep.
Okay, I missed the first part of the story. What happened?
She got like fuck you and spit on them, and then the security guard just came and she might just spit or said the N-word or something.
Okay.
So she's been yelling for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just like
Drunk or?
I said I voted sober, you voted. No, I voted drunk, you voted sober.
I said it's just one of those.
Another airport, another public freakout. The villain in this scene, aka the woman being arrested, was supposedly denied the flight she had paid for and was angry at the prospect of having to stay in Alabama. All the other passengers can do is sit back and laugh while watching the drama unfold, and the way it's filmed makes this seem like a night out at the theater.
It's like on her phone, like, she's like, they're denying me my flight, which I paid for. And then the best part was, she's like, I had to stay in Mississippi or Alabama. I hate Alabama. And she's just like this level of hysterical the entire time.
She lost a shoe.
As most good airport dramas do, this one ends with the villain being taken away in handcuffs. End scene. It's easy to let your guard down at the airport. After all, you're most likely in holiday mode, relaxing, or tired and on your way home. But you should always keep your luggage inside and within reach. This footage was released to the public by police in the UK as a reminder to do just that. It shows a thief in action at the Heathrow airport. Watch as he steals a woman's bag by using his coat as a shield. He's actually working as part of a team, with his partner in crime also helping to show the act and distract the victim. One second the bag is there, then it's gone. Thankfully, 3 people were arrested in connection with this crime, so they didn't end up getting away with it.
Okay, no.
What the fuck? Get the
On February 17, 2025, Delta Connection Flight 4819, operated by Endeavour Air, had a terrifying landing at Toronto Pearson International Airport. One passenger managed to film the aftermath, giving a glimpse into how scary it must have been for those on board. The Bombardier CRJ-900, arriving from Minneapolis with 80 people on board, touched down hard, causing the right main landing gear to collapse. This led the aircraft to flip over and catch fire.
I was just in a plane crash. Oh my god. I was just in a plane.
Miraculously, everyone survived. Though 21 people were injured, including a child and 2 adults in critical condition. Delta has since offered $30,000 in compensation to each passenger. Another scary encounter involving a bird strike happened on March 1st, 2025, when FedEx Flight 3609 struck a bird shortly after takeoff from Newark Liberty International Airport. The collision ignited the right engine and sent flames trailing from the plane's wing. Eyewitnesses on the ground reported hearing loud explosions as the engine blazed. The pilots, demonstrating exceptional skill, declared an emergency and managed to land safely back at Newark within 9 minutes of departure. All 3 crew members survived without injury. In this eerily similar clip to the one that happened in Thailand, another woman was filmed slapping an airport security guard in Indonesia. The slapper is believed to be the wife of a high-ranking police officer and clearly took offense at something the worker had said or done. Ouch. Imagine waiting for a plane and looking out of the window to see this. It wouldn't fill me with confidence if the airport staff can't even operate the food truck.
Gonna hit the airplane, here it goes. That's how you do it.
Still, at least you'll know for sure why your flight is delayed this time. In July 2022, surveillance cameras at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport captured a man climbing through the luggage carousel. When a police officer arrived on scene to confront the daredevil, the man claimed he was investigating a case of his own, a case of tampering.
What's going on? How you doing? My stuff was, hold on, baby. My stuff was tampered with in my bag. I got shoes missing out my bag. I just climbed through the thing because I'm trying to figure out.
Climb through this?
Yeah, because I thought that, you know, he was the first person I seen. So my bag was literally open when he came.
We're looking at it in camera.
So I'm trying to figure out
in a low area.
And where.
Right. What you did is a big no-no.
I got $1,000 shoes missing out my bag.
We're talking federal government no-no.
He claims that his expensive shoes had gone missing and he was just looking for them. But the officer reminds him that this doesn't give him the right to enter a secure area.
This is a secured area of an airport.
I know, bro, but
you intentionally entered it.
I wasn't trying to, you know, break no laws or nothing. I was just trying to figure out
you have your ID?
How my stuff got tampered. Yes, sir. And I need to talk to whoever is.
Well, there's a process for that. They have baggage officers out there.
That's what he told me, but I didn't know. I just came back here because my bag literally was open when it came out.
Right.
Maybe this guy should leave the investigating to the professionals next time. A tropical vacation ended in chaos for one couple at the airport in Aruba as their relationship meltdown was captured on camera. Footage shows the pair hurling insults at each other, with the woman clearly fed up. Then, in a wild twist, the man pulls out his phone to snap a farewell selfie. She's not having any of it though and smacks the phone from his hand.
Are you? Oh!
Llama Charlie. Shit.
Aisha, mira, papá, show. ¿Vas a moquete?
The man responds by shoving her in the face, knocking her to the ground in a brutal moment that left bystanders stunned.
Dale, hombre, solo moquete, bro. No.
Mujer. Dale, moquete.
The woman gets up, grabs a suitcase and tries to walk off, but he pulls it back, starting a full-on tug-of-war. The struggle ends with the woman being slammed to the pavement yet again, hitting her head. That's when other travelers and airport staff rush in to break things up. Now, that's what you call trouble in paradise. If you're the type of person who worries about having your bag stolen from the luggage carousel, your fears are not unfounded. In 2024, San Antonio Airport experienced a rise in baggage thefts, with several incidents caught on camera. These thieves are not exactly sneaky. One man even gets caught red-handed, yet moments later, he takes more luggage that isn't his and walks right out of the front door.
Come to baggage claim early. If I had to make a recommendation, don't linger around the airport. I think as a traveler, you want to make sure you differentiate your bag, whether it be some type of ribbon or some type of marking to better identify your own personal belongings.
They showed us the video. I had a big bathroom loofah on the luggage. I was upset. I mean, like, that is my luck. I mean, I could verify with that loofah being on there that that was ours being stolen.
Yeah, we were both just shocked that it could happen, and they had video of it.
Now, it makes sense why everyone's always rushing to get off the plane, to get to the baggage carousel early and collect their luggage before someone else does. Carrying a concealed weapon is as good a reason as any to be stopped by the cops at an airport. The suspect was certainly carrying something, but whether it should be classified as a weapon or not, well, I'll let you decide. This laughable incident happened outside the Tom Bradley terminal of Los Angeles International Airport.
Yes, LAX Airport. We're the Bradley terminal, lower level. He has Dildo in a holster, and the police have secured him in handcuffs. They're now searching his body. Of course.
While waiting for his flight from California to Texas, this man was detained for carrying a pink dildo. I mean, it could be classified as a weapon in Saints Row, but in the real world, at least they let him go in the end.
¿Para qué?
In February 2025, a 40-year-old man was stopped at a Cartagena airport in Colombia while trying to board a flight to Amsterdam. Suspicious of his bulky hairdo, anti-narcotics officers decided to take a closer look. Video released by the Colombian National Police shows an officer snipping away at the man's wig, eventually peeling it back to reveal 19 tightly packed drug capsules stashed underneath.
Botamos, esto es un palito narcoté. Si botaba un color azul celeste, no tiene para cocaína. Como podemos ver, señor, ¿cuál es su nombre? Luis Carlos está siendo capturado por el tráfico y fabricación y porte de estupefacientes.
According to authorities, the capsules contained more than 400 doses of cocaine, worth around $10,000. The man was arrested and charged with trafficking, manufacturing, and carrying narcotic substances. This man found a way to break the system, literally, while going through security at the airport. He somehow managed to climb on top of the metal detector unchallenged before stomping it into oblivion. Well, at least now it won't detect the handcuffs that are likely attached to his wrists moments later. If the Jackass movies taught us anything, it's not to underestimate the power of a jet engine. The people hoping to snap a good pic of this plane taking off were in for a rude awakening when they were quickly overpowered by its force. You have to question what kind of runway doesn't have a barrier there. but I guess it's fun for the locals to sit back and watch the tourists get blown away. If you thought you could trust the staff at airports to act more professionally, think again. In June 2023, 2 TSA agents at Miami International were caught dipping their hands into passengers' holiday funds. Surveillance footage caught Yosu Gonzalez and Labarius Williams casually stealing at least $600 from travelers' belongings during security screenings. While one agent distracted travelers, the other would rummage through bags, pocketing cash with all the subtlety of a cartoon villain. The dastardly duo were eventually arrested and charged with grand theft, a felony which in Florida is punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a fine of up to $5,000.
Shut the up. Yeah, you better believe that I wear the guts in the public. You want to look at other women? No, you ain't gonna look at other women, and you ain't gonna tell me you're looking at other women.
And we have a little child right behind you.
Yeah, I know. I consult the child.
There's a little boy right behind you.
I already know. Look, I'm not gonna say nothing if you don't say nothing to try to cause a commotion, because he's the problem.
One of the worst things about being crammed into a tin can flying 30,000 feet above the earth is that one person's problems can soon become everyone's problems. There is no escape. In July 2019, a wild scene unfolded on an American Airlines flight departing Miami International Airport. A passenger, identified as Tiffany McLemore, erupted into an argument with her husband, accusing him of looking at other women. As flight attendants attempted to de-escalate the situation, highlighting the presence of a child nearby, things only got worse.
Oh, you gonna come up? Yeah, man, I'm getting up, man. Get up. You're assaulting me, man. Oh, I'm assaulting you? Yeah, I'm assaulting you?
When the husband tried to change seats, McLemore chased him down the aisle and struck him over the head with a laptop. The flight attendant was also inadvertently injured in the scuffle.
I'm gonna get my purse. Are you okay? You want to say I'm assaulting you? You memo? Ma'am. Yeah, I'm going over there. You're gonna be charged with assault. Fine, whatever.
Both husband and wife were removed from the flight. However, no charges were filed as the husband declined to press charges. A frustrated passenger who missed his flight sparked a major security incident at Melbourne Airport after trying to force his way onto a departing Jetstar plane. Intense footage captures the man sprinting up the aircraft stairs and yanking at the door in a desperate bid to board. Reports say he shoved past staff who had already informed him that boarding was closed. And, to make matters worse, the plane wasn't even heading to his original destination. After failing to open the door, the man lashed out, kicking it in frustration and becoming increasingly aggressive with airport personnel before charging towards the aircraft. He has since been banned from all Jetstar and Qantas flights. In February 2017, Harrison Ford had a close call at California's John Wayne Airport. While piloting his Aviat Husky, he mistakenly landed on a taxiway instead of the assigned runway, flying directly over an American Airlines 737 with 110 passengers and 6 crew members on board. Ford was heard asking air traffic control, "Was that airliner meant to be underneath me?" The Federal Aviation Administration investigated the incident but ultimately decided against disciplinary action, requiring Ford to undergo additional training, which he completed.